course, it really does look good out there. But Doneane, one thing that we aren't able to see is that pollen in the air. A lot of people suffering from allergies right now.
Yes, and we're having a particularly bad allergy season this year, I think. And there's a lot of different schools of thought about why one year's allergy season can be worse than another. But the other night I was at the airport, and you could see the cars that have been parked there for a couple of days were just dusted in pollen. And there's so many things in the air right now because, you know, when spring came on, it came on with a vengeance. So everything's blooming right now.
Okay.
But there are some things that you can actually eat that will help your body's natural response to allergens. There's something that happens in your body that causes an inflammatory response. When your eyes start to itch and water and your sinuses get plugged up, that's actually your body produces histamine to try to fight off the allergen, and that actually causes inflammation. So when your nose gets plugged up and your sinuses are plugged, it's actually inflammation going on. So a lot of these things we're going to talk about are things that help your body to fight that natural response. Now, normally you want to start preparing before your allergies hit. You want these things to be built up in your body before it happens. But if you're already suffering and you haven't really done anything about it, or you're wanting to do something natural, you can start eating these things now, and you will start to see a difference.
All right, let's hear them.
So the cruciferous vegetables, those are things that come in a head or a bunch, like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and even cabbage. Those have lots of vitamin C, but the cruciferous vegetables also help your body to not produce histamine. So it's like an antihistamine, like Zyrtec, or some of the other over-the-counter medicines you can take. So they have a natural substance in it that will help your body not to produce histamine and cause that allergic reaction.
Good news. Okay.
Other things that have vitamin C in it, of course, your citrus fruits like orange, grapefruit, lemons, and limes. Now that's one of the things that you want to build up in your body, have lots of vitamin C ready before the allergy attack starts. But if you're suffering from allergies, you can always add those things to your diet.
Do you recommend someone taking vitamin C once a day? Or?
Sure. Now, you need to check with your doctor as far as the fruits, because if you're on any type of statin medication, you can't eat grapefruit. So you might want to check with your doctor to make sure you won't have any adverse reactions.
Okay.
Parsley. Now, parsley is not something that a lot of us think about eating on a regular basis, but it's a great garnish to put in salads or, to sprinkle over different dishes. It gives it a nice little color. And parsley also helps with that anti-inflammatory response, the antihistamine.
Okay.
Also, kale. We've talked about kale on the show a lot.
Seems like kale just helps with almost all ailments.
Yeah, kale is loaded with phytochemicals. Those are the good, healthy chemicals that plants get from the sun. Along with kale, collard greens also have those phytochemicals, but there's a catch. In order for your body to really absorb those nutrients from kale and collard greens, you need to prepare them with a little bit of a healthy oil like olive oil. So like a light saute or just a light drizzle of olive oil. Especially if you're making kale chips, you want to use olive oil for that.
Okay.
And then the last, apples, onions, and garlic contain a substance called quercetin. Quercetin is also an anti-inflammatory, but it's also antifungal and antibacterial. A lot of times when people end up with an allergy attack, that opens the body up for a bacterial infection to happen. You can get like a drainage in your throat from allergy, but then a sore throat comes on after that. So you've gotten some bacteria in there as well. So those are things that will actually help with the allergy response, but will also help with the antibacterial to get rid of that infection.
Yeah, it goes back to the old saying, eat your fruits and vegetables.
That's right. Let your food be medicine for you.
And of course, a lot of people do the local honey. Is that also?
Yes, actually, and there's a lot of schools that thought about this as well, but I eat local honey every day. I purchase it at the farmer's market. What that does is the pollen that's in the air is also in the honey. And it's almost like taking allergy shots, because allergy shots have a little bit of what you're allergic to in it to help your body build up a tolerance. That's the same thing that local honey does. You're getting a little dose of that pollen that's in the air that's making you have those allergic reactions. And the more of that you can build up in your system, the less likely you are to have that allergic response.
All right. Well, hopefully it'll help some people with their allergies.
I hope so.
All
Always check with your doctor first.
Thanks so much for this information. And we'll be right back with a look at today's news headlines. You're watching Southeast Texas Live.